What's up everybody? This is Greg Newberry with Made in Charlotte Media, and today, instead of talking about cameras or video or anything like that, we're talking about coffee. Before you can even do anything productive, it means coffee first. So today, we're actually talking about my new pour over setup. I actually broke my glass carafe to my trusty old Mr. Coffee. I'm not usually one to splurge on things like that. Actually, I totally am somebody who usually splurges on things like that. But I wanted to show you guys this because it's changed my whole world. When the coffee maker broke, what we had was the little Keurig with the refillable wire filter. I felt like it was just hot water coming out of there. There was no coffee. It wasn't enough coffee to water ratio, even when I selected the smallest cup. I had two things on my mind whenever I went to Amazon to select my next coffee maker. Number one, it needs to be a better cup of coffee than this Keurig, or we have failed. I started looking around the cheapest coffee makers on Amazon, price point of somewhere between $20 and $25, and I'm happy. I was this close to just doing that, but what should I actually have my sights on? What's the next best thing? Was seeing if you could maintain the right temperature during the brew cycle. That seemed to be a feature that was only found until I hit a certain price point. That price point was about $110. Like, that's a big jump from 25, 110. My control at that point then became, okay, well, what could I get a decent pour over? You're gonna need a few things, but I couldn't see myself buying a $110 coffee maker without grinding the beans fresh, since that seemed to be the next incremental improvement that you can make. Kind of the same thing with the scale. I knew that I was gonna have to start measuring my coffee, regardless of whether it went into a pour over or a coffee machine. I began weighing the price of this coffee maker to the price of just a few of these items. The actual Chemex, the kettle, and these papers here. This Link Chef grinder, I got it in a weird color combo. Apparently it was a little bit cheaper, a few bucks. I like it. It's kind of like it looked like a brown and gold. We'll see later on the unboxing. I know you can spend as much as you want on one of these, but again, I was trying to set a base level. Any one of these components can be upgraded later, but this seems like it'll do. Next up is the scale. A lot of times the scales will incorporate a stopwatch on there as well, which is a super cool feature. Remember, we have not had our coffee yet, and we cannot be trusted to do anything correctly. We also have the Chemex pour over carafe as well. I wanted a black kettle because if I ever took it camping and I was actually to use it over an open flame, then the soot that accumulated on it would be the same color. I didn't want like a stainless steel, and I think this actually looks really nice. It looked like a pretty good deal at $20. Comparable units were either $29.99 or more, but certainly none of them were the black color that I wanted, and I think I got the only one that was on Amazon used deal. There's like a little tiny scratch up here at the top, but it's got a built-in thermometer with the sweet spot there in red, which is all you need. The actual Chemex itself, so it's one of those boxes. It looks like something you might find at like a yard sale or maybe in a Goodwill shelf somewhere, like a thrift store, but it's got that kind of old feel to it. And if you flip it over, it's actually got the copyright date on it, 1985. This Chemex here, as well as these papers, I got from a guy off OfferUp. If you guys haven't heard of OfferUp, it's this sweet, kind of like Craigslist, peer-to-peer things for sale, but you can purchase things. You can link up with people locally, which is what I did here. The gentleman actually brought this to my apartment. So $25 for the name brand Chemex, and I also got papers to use with it. So all in, I think I'm right at $100. Without any further ado, let's get to the unboxing. So up first, you're gonna need your paper filters. There's two varieties. There's one, these are the actual square. So this will go into the Chemex this end pointing down, and then you'll put 3 folds one way and 1 way the other, and then you'll add your coffee. Cool fun fact here, the only thing that really is gonna make a Chemex is this, the paper filter. That's the most important part. All right, so onto the Chemex itself. The one that I got from this gentleman, it was still in the box. Like, nice work, dude. You know, it's got a little bit of soul when it's from 1985, so that's good. If we open it up, we can even see, like, it came with this crazy paper. I've never even seen this. This is wrapped up, like, really nicely. And then also in the box, what are these instructions here? So it's a matter of taste. Yeah, they tell you how to do it all right here. That's it, that's all you need to know. So we've got a coffee Gator scale here. Like I said before, this one has the timer built in. Let's unbox this and take a look. I'll take this out of here. Got a rubber topper on the scale mechanism, and I already put the batteries. What I love about this is that it's got a nice bright green light there, super bright. And then it's just got, you know, the weights on one side, gram, and the timer on the other. One button to start and stop the timer, and then if you just stop it with another press and then you hold it, and that'll reset. And power button, and then you can convert units, but I like to use the grams, and that was the default, so that's great. Already a big Coffee Gator fan. Also, nice packaging job here, sliding the case back into that. I guess that goes that way, or maybe it could sit like that. I don't know. Either way, nice little tray for you to weigh out your coffee beans, and it's got a little spout here for everything to pour out. All right, so onto this grinder. I'm actually really excited to open this up. Black version was something like $20, and this was a few bucks off and a free gift, so I can have a free knife sharpener. Basically, most of these are just lid operated, meaning that you close the lid and it turns on the grinder. So let's take this out. It already has a blade in it, but it came with 1 extra blade, so that's nice if it ever wears out. Brown body, stainless steel on the inside there with a golden colored lid. That's really nice. Let's see, and then it looks like, yep. Reminds me of Trouble. Remember that game Trouble where you had to pop it? There was like 1 die in the middle in a bubble, and you had to pop it, and you had to get a 6 to get out. Round after round after round after round after round. Why can't I get a 6? And you finally get out, and you'd be out, and you're mad because you're finally out now. You've been in there for so long. You've been behind this cage, crazy.
My brother below and say, you will never get this, you will never get this, la 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 la, here behind this cage, crazy.
We still have this kettle right here. It has this really lovely little tree branch and a built-in thermometer to show you that sweet spot. Now we have everything we need. Let's brew a little coffee. What's happening, everybody? All right, that was probably fucking terrible. Oh my gosh. All right, okay. Take 2. What? You are a piglet. You are an actual piglet. What's up? Happy New Year. I have a giant fucking shadow. Let's get you in your piglet home. First, let's say hi to everybody. Say hi, Bella. Bella has a a doggy Parton here, and she's doing all right. She's an old girl. She's hanging in there, and her breath is terrible, but we love her. All right, let's go take a nap, Bella. All right. Oh, we lost the camera.